Hello, you beautiful people. Hopefully, this time it's worked. Because I tried going live a few moments ago and that wasn't so successful according to YouTube. So I'm just going to have a little look. Oh, here we are. We are live, people. And how has your week been? I hope it's gone well. I hope you've settled back into the flow of things if you had time off over the Christmas period. And oh, let's make sure that I don't have any sound coming through that because that will make things very, very confusing for me. But yeah, all in all, it's not been a bad week. I mean, I've been getting on with my projects, quite enjoying that, doing bits of photography, really been getting into shadows. Don't know why, but I've been getting into taking pictures of shadows. And started playing Spider-Man 2. Didn't get that far, to be quite honest, because um, I can fly now, and also just web swinging. It's just great fun. And I've been taking photos because it's a great game for street photography. And as a result of that, I've not really progressed that far, but I've enjoyed the journey so far. Yeah, let's have a little crack on with Last of Us. Because although I covered light or practiced or discovered working with light in the last stream, I am far from mastering it. And even though I don't expect to achieve much more in this stream, I'd like to try it again. Because there were some good photos in there, but they weren't great. And served more as a means to discover things and a part of the learning process. So I am looking to do a little bit more of that. And also, this may be the Last of Us stream, because I'm pretty certain I'm near the end. So it'll either be this one or the next. Now, I remember from the end of the last stream that I can't just jump up there and have a look. Oh, are there some here still? There shouldn't be. Yeah, so we've got great light in here. So it's not always using the lights that I'm aiming to do. Although they are great and I do need to get more practice with those. But it's actually just recognizing good light and then maximizing it. So I'm going to reset this tab actually. Okay, so no, not much movement. So I'm going to hide the menu just so I can show you what I'm looking at. So I like the beam of lights coming in. I like the truck that's fallen down. I like the tree, so the green within it. I like how it's capturing the front of the train. And I also like the car. The challenge I have is that in the Instagram posts that I make, I always do them in portrait. And that's just because for me, if you go into the landscape, even though it's 5x4, it still sort of shrinks the image. So I go for really what it's designed for, portrait images. And so as a result of that, this will be too wide. I may be fortunate to get some of the front end of the car in, some of the bus, all of the tree and all of the truck. But then I feel like I'm losing some of the rays there. Even though they don't point to anything, I like that light. So I like the contrast on the bus. That's possibly one shot, because I am going to do two photos here. I think that's the best way to do it. Rather than trying to capture everything in one, I'm going to aim for two pictures. I'm thinking while I'm talking, by the way. That's why I keep randomly pausing in sentences. I'm not a William Shatner fan. Well, I am, but not that much. So let's contemplate this for a moment. First things first, I need to get rid of film grain. It's a great effect, and I will apply it later on. I'll most likely apply it later on, but it's not what I'm going for right now. Just not too sure. I feel having the bus more vertical, let's hide the menu, makes it slightly more interesting, in all honesty. I'm going to experiment with vignette, or bokeh, I think it's called, bokeh. Either way, depth of field is what I'm going to play with. So I don't want the trees in focus, I only want the one tree and the truck. So the entire background behind that I'm not interested in. So I'm just going to do this. I don't want to go too far because I'm going to drop the intensity. So I just want the tree perfectly in focus and the rust at the front of the truck. I'm now switching to my, because I've got varifocals, my bottom lenses. I shouldn't be using that because that's my short distance, but kind of gives it a bit of a magnification. And also I've got a tiny little smudge on my glass there. So I'm just checking that. I really miss having good eyesight, you know. Kind of sucks when you love taking photography or photos. So really like that composition. I really do, and I rather liking how the light is pooling between the front of the bus and the tree. So it's slightly misty, dusty sort of appearance there. I rather like that. And that's, of course, is what's helping these streaks of light. Which I think the roll stopped that being so attractive. So I've just reset that. Let's have a look at it properly. So it definitely needs to be a central feature. That, oh, there was definitely some definition there that I've lost around about there, maybe. Around about there. So you can clearly see them. But the problem is, it's not actually anything of interest there. So I'm just going to stick with the one photo. Let's deal with these guys before having a look at that up there to see if it's interesting. Now the clicker I have to be very careful with. They can't see, but they can hear, and I'm in water. I'm going to risk dying here. Now the reason I say that is I'm quite intrigued to see if I can get a reflection shot. What's that? Oh, it was Ellie. I wasn't scared. Were you scared? No, I wasn't scared. No, I'm thinking the blue bus and this one here. And the trick is, if you wish to survive, is... Ah, damn. How is that thing still alive? I mean, I'd messed up the shot anyway, so I'm not overly concerned about that. But I have learnt that kill the other two first. Probably the best way to go.
Stay quiet.
Thank you, kid. Oh, this is such a dumb idea. Things I do for art, people. So zoomed in as I'm going to get, I think. It's a shame, because I don't believe it'll give me the shot I was looking for. 180. Field of view. So I can afford to go up slightly. Oh, now this is a whole new level of confusing. So that's as high as I can go. I've got it quite central. Hang on. I've got an idea. Let's bring this back to 0. Now, I learnt this from much earlier streams. Do the lighting first. It is so incredibly confusing doing it the other way around. So, got a bit of light, which is actually a fairly good light. I'm going to get a bit more on the face. Don't mind it lighting up the truck a little bit. I'm not going for realism here. I'm going for interest. I may even go for a dark background. I haven't really thought this through, other than I want it to be a focus on the reflection with this as sort of the underside. And I'm going to most likely put that reflection, if I can, on the upper third line, but I'll show you that a bit later on. So we need another light, which I've now lost because I left it in reflection mode. Oh, hang on. Here we are. Let's put that in orbit. So I can raise it. No, I'll put it downwards. And then maybe not that much. About there. These things really look like they've had a bad time. I mean, the skin split, got all these growths on your face. No wonder they want to rip your head off. I'll be in a pretty bad mood too. So again, I'm going to drop the softness, but what I'm going to do is also drop the luminosity slightly. Not a great deal, but just enough to balance it with the softness on the top. Because I need it to be bright so that it will show more in the reflection, but I don't want it to be too unbalanced. I'm toying with a third, actually. So we will, but that doesn't necessarily mean I will stick with it. Ideally, I'd like to be able to put it behind this clicker, but I don't believe that will be a possibility. Completely lost it. No, I have genuinely lost that light. It's somewhere around Joel. Oh, hang on. I think got it here somewhere. It's there. Right. So let's adjust the rotation. It's not perfect. It's not even light in them. There we are. about there. Maybe point a little bit lower. No. So yes, I am going to point it lower, but I'm going to increase the spread to get all of that. Soften it greatly. Reduce the intensity, because really it's just a supporting light. And I'm sure there's a technical term for that, but I don't know it. Let's just drop that down. Well, I'll show you. Completely turn it off. That's what it looks like normally. And I can just bring it in. And what I'm trying to do, apart from illuminate it so the reflection's better, is give it depth. So I'm using shadows and lights, the highlights, to make it more 3D. It's kind of what happens when you put the contrast on. It will have a very similar effect, but I don't want to overdo it because all I'm doing is setting this up. So now we can do the roll, which is 180 degrees. Now I need to remember I'm going backwards. Let's get the grid on. Let's... Oh, hang on. No, wrong axes. That is quite unusual. Really, it would be better if it wasn't such disturbed water. But being that I've just done all of the lighting, and there's a very good chance I'm going to die as soon as I take this photo, I think it would probably be worth taking it. So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to experiment with something before I continue. And that just involves a lot more intensity. The 3 I'm going to keep as it is. That really didn't look like it did anything, did it? Didn't it? I mean, it does. It's all on the head, if you see, but it really is quite a subtle light. And then we've got the legs there, which do rather over-accentuate. Probably drop the saturation a tad.
Hello, sir.
Oh, my days. How are we doing, Ainley? I hope you're keeping well. How's your week been, mate? Let's reset that tab. I am going to drop the light. No, I can't get that look. There's nothing going on with that. So I'm happy with the picture I did take. And I'm not dead. This is good. No, I'm dead. I got too close. Damn. You lay off, Ellie.
I'm really stressed. Wasn't in school this week.
Oh my days. What's up, mate?
Have the English certificate exam tomorrow, D.
Ah, mate. You'll be fine. I mean, at the end of the day, you've got very good command of the English language. And you've used some words that I wouldn't really expect of someone from another country. So this has been this has been your second language, as far as I know. You're definitely very strong at it. So I'm sure you'll be fine. But It's easy for me to say I'm not the one who has to do it. But yeah, I mean, have you been studying? Actually, no, I'll give you a piece of advice I used to give people when I was interviewing them, when I could tell that someone was nervous. And it's something that I discovered when I was learning origami, the paper folding thing. And when I first started doing origami, I was very conscientious of what it's meant to look like at the end. So I'd, go through all of the steps and eventually I'd get something that looked like it, but it wasn't very good. And it was through that I discovered that if I focused on every single fold and getting that correctly, so doing it to the best of my ability, the end result will sort itself out. So really, when you go to this exam, just focus on the task at hand and don't worry or even think about the outcome, because that will always sort itself out. And worst case scenario, I'm sure you could take it again if you needed to. And sometimes just by taking that pressure off, it'll make it much easier to actually do.
Hello, sir. Been
Hey!
really stressed. Wasn't in school this week. Have the English certificate exam tomorrow, D. Well, I am confident in my English for the
Mm.
B21, but I want to pass it with C1, which is a little
Ah,
harder. I could take it again, but it costs money, DD.
yeah. Now I understand why you want to get it right. Yeah, but that's the thing. Going for the C1 is the better option because you don't want to do things that are easy. You want to do things that will push you. And plus, I'm sure it will have
Want a
some
little sum
benefits.
for that?
Oh, really? In that case, I'll keep my fingers crossed. Or if you're anything like the Germans, I'll hold my thumb. But whatever brings you luck, I will do it, my friend. Because I really hope you do get it. But yeah, I mean, I'm not academic in any way, shape or form. And exams really aren't my strong point, so I truly feel for you, mate.
It's like €200.
Oh my days. That's a lot of money. And what's it get you? I mean, the certificate, is it so you can get into a course, or does it just really help you with jobs? I suppose what I'm asking is, how critical is this? Oh no. Oh, now that was an unusual one. This is weird, because I'm watching my stream at the same time, just so I can see who's talking to me rather than have it on the screen. Oh, that's close. I get to see my deaths twice. That's one down. If that goes in that beam of light, that would be brilliant. Let's get this one here while we're at it. Because I think that was Ellie. So how long's the certificate? How long's the course? Or exam? It does go in the light. That's perfect. That is not. Well, it kind of is.
Well, it's a certificate recognized by many companies. It's a evidence I know English, so I would be more employable.
Ah, definitely worth it. Anything that makes getting a job easier is well worth the effort, no matter how challenging it is.
It has 3 parts. There is use of English and reading, then writing, speaking and listening.
Ah, see, my challenge with language is actually the speaking. I can read fairly well, but I do struggle with when I'm talking to actually think of the right words to use. I know your written is
And
very,
I
very
don't
good.
have to do 90% of my final English exams in school.
Another very good reason. I think that's worth £200. Anything that gives you a decent head start is definitely worth it. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the right angle on this. And I rather like that, because it is quite important to have that in there. I really wish I hadn't pointed then. Because I've got the grid up, but I'm not going to use it when it comes to the final Instagram image. I'm just using it really just to set the foreground background, but yeah, and more for your benefits as well. But I like how the contrast between the light on the silhouette of the clicker. I like the over the shoulder look. I like the contrast against the blue of the bus as well. How I'm going to crop it is quite challenging. I'm going to get this one just so I don't lose it. I'm wondering how much of that I could get into the image, but I think I maximized it because having it down here is too distracting, that white patch. So I think I did get it right about there. That's kind of cool. Right. Let's sneak up on Matey Boy. And I'm going to see if I can get another angle on the clicker, if it lets me. Which I don't think it will. Can't remember which way back it comes. I think it goes that way.
Well, I have good English, but in the
Mm.
least creative person there could be. For example, the writing. I have to write one essay and either report.
Oh, okay.
That's the hardest thing in my opinion.
Mm. I mean, yeah, articles and reviews, I think I would struggle with. Possibly, maybe not the review. When it comes to something like I could review Last of Us, for example, the photo mode. Um, but it depends on how long you've got to do it in as well. That can be quite challenging. Really, you need to choose something. So an article on a subject that you know well or something you're passionate about, and a review of something you know
I can't write
about.
essay in my own language.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you don't need advice from someone who can't actually speak two languages. But just know that I believe in you. I'm pretty confident you'll do well. And fingers crossed for the C1. I take it if you don't achieve the C1, you can still get the B1. Or B2, whatever it was. That's not half as interesting as I... Oh, it is.
Oh, not like that. I won't
Oh.
have a choice what to write.
Oh, I see. Well, to some extent, at least that means you don't have to be massively creative in that sense. At least you've already got a subject. So I'm just moving back a bit. I have a cunning plan. Nope, not that far.
Or at least the essay, there will be only one choice.
Oh. It certainly sounds like it's going to be challenging. But if it wasn't challenging, then it wouldn't mean anything, really. If anyone could get it, then employers wouldn't value it
And
so
I
much.
find tenses really challenging.
Yeah, that's one of the things I've struggled with when I was, with my German. Not only I struggle with English grammar for a start, but the the Germans, they've got dative cases and things like that, and we don't have that, so I don't know it. So yeah, I really struggle on that side of things as well. And I don't even know enough about English grammar to be able to help you on that one. I mean, one thing my German friend always said was he just went with what felt natural. Um, Most of the time it was a guess. In the early days I had to correct him, which I feel that you're way past that stage. So yeah, trust your gut an awful lot on that. But past tense generally ends in ed. So I waited, I walked, I oh yeah, then you've got I went as well, just because we're English and we make things difficult. Um, Current tense, so I'm generally ends in ing. So I'm running, I'm walking, I'm swimming, I'm gaming.
Hello, sir. Or at least the essay, there will be only
Hmm.
one choice.
Ah,
And I find tenses really challenging.
hey Cursor,
Hi, sir, have a great stream.
thank you so
I
much.
mean, I know how to use them, but
Hmm.
I don't know the grammar behind it. So when I make a mistake, I'll have no idea.
Ah, can't help you. I don't know the grammar behind it either, mate. So yeah, if you make a mistake, you won't know you made a mistake, but then hopefully you won't make a mistake, if that makes sense. As I said, follow your gut. Sometimes we overthink things, and through the desire to get it right, we try too hard and cause ourselves to get doubt and then make a mistake. So if you just do it, you should be fine. And how you doing, Cursed? I hope you're keeping well, sir. Thank you for checking us out. I just stopped because I like how this reflection, this shadow looks like XTA. I was just making sure I took the picture, which I did. Yeah, I just found that very strange. But anyway, let's carry on with the game. Because I've done that in my German lessons. I've thought, oh no, it can't be that, it must be this. And as I say, overthought it and caused myself to fail that particular question.
Oh my god. There's so many of them.
Hmm?
Let's just keep at it.
Oh, hello. See what you mean, kid. Let's make some shivs so I can pick that up. Got an axe in my back, so I certainly do not need a crowbar. There's a full axe as well. Yeah, I know about flashlight. Okay, so I want that quite low. I want to bring player back in. Try and go for the right depth. I'm not sure if I should have brought Joel a little bit further forward. But either way, we're going to play with lights. And first off, turn these off so I can see what the first one is doing. I want that low, very low. Rotate that round a bit maybe. Okay, no, it's not playing the way I'd expect it to. I've got Joel on there. Okay, so that is the base light. I'm going to reduce the distance a touch. About there. Oh, we've got another one there. Okay, we can do this. I don't want it so extreme, because we're going to be using other lights. Spread quite a bit more. Intensity quite low. I mean, we've got the luminosity as well, so I'm going to have the intensity about there. Then drop the luminosity. And you can, if you're looking at his genes, not Joel's, the infected. I'm looking for it just to become a little bit sharper. And then we can muck around with the other lights. So where can I put that? So that's again on rotation. Must be about here. So if it's there, I need it round here. And then bring it up a little bit. I need to reduce the distance. I can't reduce the distance. 'Cause really, I didn't want to have it shining on the wall. I can probably again drop the luminosity, but then I lose its benefit on there. So let's try orbit, raising it up, and then bring that back round maybe. It's so easy to lose these things. Oh. Okay, so let's increase that. Reduce the distance. So it should be about there. Not really seeing any change to the light on it. Apart from there. Bring that. Okay, let's try.
How are you on it with Python?
I'm really enjoying it, to be quite honest. It's at the moment I'm only on loops and lists and that sort of thing. So I've done if then else, elifs and stuff like that, which has been great fun because it's transferable skills from the robotics. You know, the blue prism. I program in that way. I just, instead of using commands, I just use objects. But it's going really, really well. Has been a really fun experience so far. And I'm slowly gaining an understanding of the language. I think that it's going to be very useful. I also like how you can define a variable as an input as well.
I'm glad.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, for too long I've been scared of learning another language. So it really has been a great experience for me. Oh, there must be a better way of doing this. I don't think there is. Try orbiting around. Actually, there is probably a better way of doing this. Move the menu. Because I should be able to see where the camera is. I mean, the light is. Because there is an icon for it. Nope. Okay, so now distance shows it's up there. This is a very, very confusing function. Says orbit. So we're definitely at the right angle. No, we're not. Need it around more this way. Because what I'm trying to do is sidelight the character. Like that. So we definitely need... Well, it's already on maximum softness. So I'm reducing that there. I'm going to increase the intensity somewhat. So that first one needs adjusting. Softness again is on that, but the intensity... No, it's the distance that's the issue. Hmm. Okay. So I think with the third one, I definitely need to have it on Joel's face. If I can. Just to add some form of sense to why there's light here. So this has to be the no, I don't need that. This has to be the illuminator, effectively. So giving the impression that the light's somewhere around here. Distance wise, about massive. Luminosity. Because I don't want Joel to be the brightest, simply because the infected are the important ones in this. Still not overly happy with the first light. I'm going to take this picture and then I'm going to move it just in case everything goes terribly wrong, which it sometimes has a want to do. So we need to orbit it. That's going that way, so I now need it more around this way, and then turn it around a tad. carry on the orbit. So it needs a much larger spread. It's at the wrong angle, unfortunately. So bring that back round a bit more to about there. Can I raise that a tad? It's going to look a little bit funky, but I may be able to fix that with the third camera. So let's reduce that spread a bit more. I mean the third light. I keep calling them cameras because that's what I'm predominantly controlling in this photo mode. So as I say, I may be able to fix it. So we'll have a play with that in a moment. I feel the intensity is a bit much for it to... Ooh, terribly sorry for that. For it to blend in with what I think will work distance-wise. 3. I'm happy with that. Luminosity. Increase it a touch. Let's go back to the third camera. And... oh, it's not doing it. Can I orbit it around? No. What I was hoping to do, oh, that's why it goes that way, was to capture some of that. Let's all blend it in a little bit. So, again, we've got to go back to camera 1 and reduce the luminosity, I believe, after all of that. Which I kind of like, because you've got the darkness in the tunnel again, so it's got that mystery, that unknown. Again, the infected is the brightest thing, so that's what's going to grab your eye the most. That's going to be an interesting one. I don't know how that's going to work in a portrait crop, but I'm quite happy with that. If you compared to the previous lighting attempt, I think that's, apart from the spotlight behind him, but wow, I am really happy with how that turned out. Oh, I didn't mean to... Dolt. Got these two. I'm not going past there until I've seen around this corner. It's a very interesting texture on that wall. Okay. Didn't want to disturb the other one. I'm just watching the animation. Seeing what they look. Let's just field a view on them. Because in the dark, it looked like you could see like the torment and so on, which is what I was aiming for. And using the gun and the backpack to do a really close cropped frame on this one. See, that looks too messy. It needs some space. I didn't want to get too much of the legs. No. Unfortunately, it's not going to have its 15 minutes of fame, but I will put it out of its misery. Let's have a little look. Oh, huh. Got to do a little motion gesture to get the torch working again. Oh no, that's interesting. I was going to come this way anyway, but I think it's always best to clear out any danger before exploring these things. Right, so guns. Swap. Go to rifle. That's maximum load. That's maximum as well. Ah, that one I can do. I know it's a different gun, but it's just reminded me to do all of these. Especially the revolvers and so on, because it is an absolute nightmare trying to recharge them while something's trying to rip your head off. And then last but not least, the hand cannon. No, they're all fine. So again, don't need that. We'll stick with the hand cannon. We'll have a little look. So there's quite a few bricks and so on. Rather like the Bay hardware.
Stay back.
That sounds like a bloater. Maybe. Because really, Joel isn't a major feature in this. I think the Bay hardware is the thing that really grabs my attention. I'm now contemplating the light. Because it's not ideal. Let's reset that. It's always a good starting point. Bring that down a tad. Increase the distance. Decrease. Yeah. Because in different photo modes, distance means different things. So in this one, it's the physical distance of the light away from the subject. Whereas, I think it was either Spider-Man or Fort Solace. The distance was how far the light reached, which is something that I actually really liked. Rather liking the framing nature of that. It's more of a statement than a picture. Sort of like the old noir sort of photography with the using it as a frame. So if I decrease the spread, for example, so it's more of a silhouette type thing. That sort of idea. Get that a little bit better. Cannot. I don't think. So let's get rid of the colour. That sort of idea. Which, yeah, it's kind of fetching. But anyway, less mucking around. let's see how I can make this work as a image. So again, it's spread, increase that massively. Let's shift the focus because I want it to be on there. So that's going to be the base light. I'm going to...
Musical note. He was blinded by the light. Musical note.
That's exactly what it was. Well spotted. Hey, how we doing, my guy? Hope you're keeping well and you've had a good week. Yeah, I am a massive fan of the Who. But yeah, I wasn't overly happy with what I achieved in the last stream, Richard, so I thought I would have another attempt at lighting and just trying to master the controls of this thing. Because I need to learn, quite frankly. I have played around with it an awful lot and I still don't really know what I'm doing. I'm going to place the light there. And I think it's a shame because it's such a great function that I should be utilizing it and sort of overcoming my fear and actually facing this very complex menu, or at least it is to my simple mind, and getting creative with it more than anything else. Light is the most crucial part of any photo. I mean, that's effectively, essentially, all photos are capturing light. So I think it's something I do want to get better at. And that's what I'm focusing on now. I'm going to drop the intensity. Because really, it's serving the purpose of distorting the circular nature of the previous light. And also introducing more shadows into Joel, making him stand out a bit more. I'm going to just relocate that bay.
I'm happy now it's Friday night, and I'm hanging out with you. FYI, it was Manfred Mann's Earth Band.
Oh, was it? Blinded by the light. Ha. Oh, my days. You were right. I am... Well, I only embarrassed myself in front of all you guys. But either way, a great song. Really is. Alright, so back to light 2. I don't think I need a light 3. I'm rather liking that. Don't really need the bottles illuminated, so let's... Can't really avoid that too much. I could probably reduce the spread. No, it's not touching the lights at all. And I feel that the distortion is more important. I'm now curious.
It's no biggie. I like the Who too.
Yeah, great group. Really are. So let's bring a bit of warmth into this image. So I'm just changed the... Oh no, that's way too much on the arms. So if you look at it, let's have an experiment. And again, I'm looking at the skin tone now. I will be reducing the saturation in the... I could probably do it in here, to be quite honest, but I do find it a little bit extreme. I can control it a bit more in post-production. But I've just wanted to bring a bit more warmth, because the walls in the background mainly. So if you can see, there's quite a difference to it. I mean, that's the luminosity I've just affected, but either way, it really brings that in. So let's reduce that. And then you can see the difference in the walls. And this is one of those processes where it's going to get worse before it gets better. So I'm quite happy with that. So as I said, I'm just going to experiment with the saturation. And again, I'm looking at his arms. I want him to be fairly natural. But as you do that, have a look at the Bay hardware now. It looks terrible. It really does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that back to 25. And unfortunately, you're going to have to wait until it's on Instagram or until I've done this video and put the screen on there. Um, but there are ways in which I can highlight. I don't know, because the bay is orange as well. Because you can target a particular color in Lightroom and just reduce it. And unfortunately, the bay hardware sign is also orange. So we're going to have to lose the color. Just keep it natural. And I'll use the tint function just to bring a little bit of warmth in once I've finished all of that. So let's have a little look at that picture. I'm quite happy with the light. Just having a look at the composition. Maybe increase, I can't increase the height anymore because I'm on the wrong menu. Excuse me.
Hoo-hoo, but I want to see it now, grinning squinting face.
I know, I'm sorry, but I just don't have the tools. And again, that's no disrespect to...
Well, Emma, go to sleep. See you next Friday.
You will do, and all the best for tomorrow. I know you've got this, but good luck anyway. You'll be fine. And I'll see you hopefully next week, sir. So, that's enough of taking pictures of signs. Let's
Thank
see.
you, man 3.
Hey, you're most welcome. Most welcome. Oh, we only have 2 bloaters and a clicker. Fine. Absolutely fine. I really want to capture a drop-in leaf now. So that's as high as I'm going to go. So let's drop a bit. I want it perfectly framed. Actually, having it on a
Oh
cross
yes,
kind of
nothing
works.
to worry about.
Oh no, it'll be fine. I'll just, I don't know, offer them a cup of tea, have a bit of a chat, find out how the family are doing, and then just move on my merry way. It'll be fine. Absolutely fine. So let's see how we can frame this. I think this way, because then we've got the light on the car. No, that's not going to stay in there, but we'll have possibly the front of it. We've got the light shining in. We've got the leaf on an intersection of the tiles, which is also framed by the greater square. I'm not quite sure how depth of field is going to go with this, so you just got to experiment, really. You know, you don't know till you try. Because basically that tree out there, I do not want to be in focus. But that leaf, I do. And they look like they're very similar planes. By Jove, I think I've got it. And again in portrait mode, so if you're looking at the center, so you sort of frame the edges as the 2 bits in the ceiling that go down. That's pretty much going to mark where it is. I'm going to have a bit of the R&B Express, so I may need to tilt it slightly more to the right of this frame. Sorry, as you're seeing it, the right of this frame. And just so that there's a little bit of a gap around the R&B Express sign, so it doesn't look like it's an afterthought. But it's going to be interesting how I'm going to do that and feature the leaf, the falling leaf. But either way, I've kind of put off the scary bit long enough. Let's go and get these guys. Ellie, if you want to take them down, you know, I have no ego. It's fine. So yeah, there's 2 clickers. 2 big guys. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Did I hear someone round there? Oh, you are having a laugh. Oh. So both of those guys can rip my head apart. This one will just batter me. Oh, really? How on earth did that see me? Oh, shit. I really didn't want to waste it on them, but, well, work with what you got. I can't see, can you? Yeah, I know.
They're taking the mick.
Oh, I know, right? That's it, girl. You got this. Where did that other one go, though? I don't like not knowing where Big Matey Boy is. Oh, shit. Mind my French. Terribly sorry. That was just a practice run. Sort of to give you an idea of how, without giving away how.
Stay back.
Okay, so I've got 3 of those. That was possibly not the best weapon to start with. We'll go with a 6-shooter. Because I did feel like I wasted quite a few of those. So let's just creep back a little bit. I'm not quite sure how they saw me. Oh, it wasn't a sign, it was a truck. Huh. Well, I never. Okay, softly, softly, catchily, monkey. Just creep up on them. They're getting a shiv, just because of the trouble they caused me last time. There's one there as well.
Holy shit.
I know, right, kid? It is not really a friendly neighbourhood. Oh, there's stuff there. I'm desperate for any form of cutscene, because if I'm honest with you, I'm rather needing a comfort break. Can I get up there? I mean, wishful thinking that there would actually be a safe place I could go to. Don't make too much noise, Joel. Yeah, we're going to get that one there, hopefully. see if we can get a better picture of a bloater, because that last one was terrible. With it twisting round at the end of the last stream. Really wasn't happy with how that turned out. Okay, so first of all, depth of field is what I am looking for. I've got max intensity, so that will help me line this up. Probably don't need... around about there. And you guys may be thinking, what on earth is he doing? Having the main subjects out of focus, which is actually something I recommend you do when you take photos, is just experiment. See what works. But what I'm doing is something that I tried at the start of this stream. So for those of you who didn't see it, what I'm going to do is once I've set this picture up, I am going to rotate it 180 degrees. Can't recenter it so much.
I'm all for coming round for a bite, but that.
Yeah, man. No, right. They are taking the Michael. I don't mind the having a sandwich and stuff like that, but don't take a bite out of me. That's probably about right. About there. Really wish I could move across a bit more, but I cannot. I need... Sorry. I just try to center it. So it's on the upper right-hand third. I'm going to have to get rid of Joel, because that just ruins the picture. So we've got a reflection of the clicker. Well, we've got the actual... No, it's an infected there. But the only thing that's truly in focus is the reflection of the bloater. And I rather like that. I feel that this image is a little bit too dark, so I'm going to go for the brightness a bit. And I go on the principle is better to do it in the game rather than in post-editing. Simply because the game knows what to brighten because it's the graphics engine. So it should bring the best results. And then I can do the contrasts and the micro adjustments in post editing. But yeah, I'm getting the game to do the brunt of it because it's the one that's making the images. So it just makes sense. So even though it looks quite washed out, it does look quite washed out. Hopefully with, I'm going to drop that brightness a tad, but with contrast, I should be able to repair that and get the
Those
depth
bloaters
I'm looking
like to
for.
touch, don't they?
They really are a tactile infected breed. There's no two ways about it. But they are a little bit too touchy-feely, rippy, header party. And they do take a fair bit of killing as well. So I'm going to reset that. I'm going to reset everything. And I'm probably going to discover that, no, film grain is off. We are fine. Let's reset all of those. Turn that off. Reset that, turn that off. And let's carry on with... This is when I find out I didn't take it. No, I did. We're fine. Let's get out of here. Let him complete his thing, because you don't come across them that much, so I don't actually know what its hearing is like. But I don't want it too close to the infected one when I kill them. The clicker on the wall is worrying me. Oh, actually. That's kind of cool. But the subject itself is not. I just rather like the blood pool. That was a bit close, wasn't it? Really? Probably gonna get the old flamethrower out
What
now.
about their eyesight?
So all of the growths are over their eyes, so the only part of the human you can see apart from its form is the mouth, so they can't see us. Their hearing is fairly good but not great. Same as the clicker at the top there. Its eyes are completely obscured, so it relies only on sound. This is crowd control. Oh no. No, it's not. It's death control. Okay. So we definitely need to deal with the clicker. And I'm wondering if I get a bit more distance, get the old rifle out. Actually, before we do that, no harm taking a cheeky photo while we're at it. Probably drop down a bit. And then bring the character in, so that really... That's not a great pose, Joel. Can we go elsewhere? So that's a really, really hard light. That'd be quite hard to diffuse. And it kind of makes me want to experiment. I mean, I'm gonna zoom out a bit just so that, because I'm trying to use that hole in the wall. I mean, in the pattern, the splatter as a frame. And I'm wondering if placing some lights
It's
on the
direct
back
sunlight.
wall. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's your midday sun, which is great for capturing shadows and very, like shapes and things like that. I mean, I don't want to mess with what I've done, but if you look at the bottom of the image, look at how the light's hitting it. It's got quite a clean edge. It's a little bit of blur to it, but it's generally quite clean. Those sort of things, black and white images. In fact, I'll show you the black and white effect. So it can work really, really well with that. So about there. That's where this sort of lighting really excels. It's great if you're using a mobile phone to take pictures, because mobile phones work really well with high contrast. So either like massively saturated colors that are different, or things like this, really strong contrasts. Mobile phones are great for that sort of thing. But let's reset that, because that's not what I'm going for. So what I'm tempted to do is enable a light, put a massive spread on it, increase the intensity, increase the softness. And what I'm trying to do is just reduce that contrast somewhat. Oh, I have to be so very careful. About there maybe, I think. And then I need to, now I've got the right distance, I can do field of view. I mean, this would be great for a landscape shot. Probably could do fairly well for a portrait as well. But either way, I feel that it's not so extreme, but it's still a very, very strong light. So I'm going to get that. And I'm hoping I'm far enough distance. So going back to what you were saying before, what their eyesight is like. Their eyesight isn't great, but their hearing is good. But if I'm far enough away, theoretically, I should be able to take that shot without notifying them. Whereas Ellie, not so subtle.
Keep an eye out.
I hear it, I don't see it. Run away. Run away. That's one down. Yeah, we both can throw shit. My French. Sorry, people. I'm kind of in the heat of the moment. Run away. I don't normally swear that. Pardon? Oh, give me a moment. Yeah. They are beasts. Absolute beasts. That didn't go too well.
Ellie, cover me.
Burn. Just burn. Die. Oh, oh. Let's all just breathe a moment. Actually, I think we've earned a little rest. Oh my days. That was a little bit intense. Okay. Yes.
Nice one.
Thank you. It was genuinely touch and go at times. I didn't think I was going to make it. There were a few dumb ideas that popped into my head, like, let's get really close to that burning bloater because it would make a good picture. Because they don't make very good play friends, so that would have been a very dumb idea. Yes, shotgun ammo, most certainly needed. I hear someone. Possibly the other side of there. Yeah, that's the other side of there. We're cool. My words. After expending all that ammo, you think they would have been kind and dropped a lot more.
And he'd BBQ you.
Yeah. Oh. Hello. I thought I heard someone. I wonder if these...
We killed her.
Cool.
I think we got all of them.
I'm going to trust Joel on that one.
Endure and survive.
Team effort, people. We did it. Well done, everyone. Okay.
All right. You think you can shove that crate down?
No sweat.
Got this, Ellie. 100%. What if I can get a good image of that? Zoom out maybe. No, it's very fixed in that one. And that's the thing is I don't want to capture the ordinary.
Okay.
He says, doing an entire stream of capturing mundane things. But yeah, I don't want to do an image that you can see just by playing the game. So that's why I gave up on that picture. And if anyone's looking to play this and they haven't got the latest console, this game goes all the way back to the PS3. So you could still play this if you haven't upgraded for a while. Now, Ellie, you can't swim, so you're going up here.
Watch your step.
That
water looks
would
pretty
have
deep.
hurt.
Hey, that's what we can do once we're done.
What's that?
You can teach me how to swim.
You got it.
Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, I've got to swim. Thank you. Had forgotten how to dive underwater. I'm not being sarcastic, I genuinely had. I was just thinking that. Ooh, anything back here? Nope.
I'm on the other
You
side.
got me that game.
Drop that ladder down for me.
I believe
Alright,
so, yes.
Hold on.
Pretty sure. Not 100%, but I'm fairly sure I did. It seems like the sort of thing I would do. Because it is a game I've enjoyed on the last, well, including this one, 3 generations. So, yeah, most likely did. If I know it's good, it will make a good present. What are you doing, Joel? That's not the plan. I seriously do not believe it needs to go down there. There we go.
All right, just stick to the edge. It's shallow over there.
You got this, kid. I'll get out of your way.
Yeah, you did plus Island of the Dead.
Haha, yeah. Heard that's a good one. Well, she's going down there, whereas I am most certainly having a look up here. Here we are.
There's that comic of hers.
Let's have a look at this. So faced with failure of their mission, Daniela and James choose to make the ultimate sacrifice for humanity, flying the ship and the anti-carbon bomb on it straight into a neutron star. The resultant explosion was the single most significant astronomical event since the formation of the galaxy, destroying the Traveller fleet, their
It was
homeworld.
intense.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Homeworld and countless other worlds and star systems. But will the sacrifice of 2 of humanity's greatest heroes be enough to break the Traveller's iron grip? Stay tuned for more. Right. Let's meet up with the little lady and let's carry on. So it is looks like we will get another stream of this game.
Ugh, freezing.
Possibly because I've just spent way too long taking pictures. He says stop in so I can take another one once the waves dissipate. But again, this is more taking advantage of light than using the lights. And this sort of is another technique that you can use, and it's not something I discovered, it's something I saw in a YouTube video, but any shadow, anything black, anything dark really makes colours stand out. And it's nothing more apparent than when you're looking at the reflections in the water, because most of that is black. Then you've just got this green that really stands out. So that's a good technique you can use when you're taking photos. Needless to say, computer game developers use it an awful lot. Just look at Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a fantastic game and you guys should play it. So really all this leads me to do is just frame the shot. So I'm having the trees quite central, and I'm tempted, if I can, I can't zoom out anymore, so we'll do field of view. And I just want a clear separation of the foreground and background. Let's bring that up in a little bit more. I think I'm quite happy with that. I'm going to place the left-hand tree on the right third. Have a look at that. Because the other thing I can do is place the wall on the right third, so you've got that strong contrast there. I mean, again, I'm going to be putting this in portrait, but for the clips for the video where I show the photo before the clip for this, always works, and I think that's the better composition. I'm going to take Joel out of it. I'm tempted to keep him in, don't get me wrong. I will most likely take both pictures. What do we think? What do you guys think? Keep Joel in, take him out. So this is with him in, and I'll give it a little while for you to get used to it. And then this is the picture with him out. And I will be thinking exactly the same thing, or contemplating exactly the same thing.
Both work well.
They do, don't they? So I'm going to take it out. I don't know, because I'm contemplating the size, the width available in portrait. And if it's wider than I think it is, then it will just be a slither of him, and that will ruin the picture and ruin the crop. So I'm going to just take it without him in, and then I'm just going to pop him in, take the picture, because quite frankly, I've got enough hard disk space to be able to do that. But my gut instinct tells me the without one is the picture. The only reason I like having him in is it keeps the darkness of the image, so the trees, the green of the trees stand out a lot more. But anyway, we need to do this. What weapon have I got? Actually, let's just go to the... It's a revolver. I can't tell you which one it is. I was going to say a Colt, but I've just been making it up. I don't know. But while this animation's going, I'm going to very quickly disappear and then be back. Wasn't the animation I was expecting. Okay. Right, I'll be back.
Alright. Give me your foot.
Okay.
Come on. Get that door open. Look out! Ellie!
Get off me! Fuck you! Go! Help me out!
Oh nasty.
Really sorry, I just couldn't cork it any longer.
And another jam door.
Right. It was as I was running away from,
Okay.
well, running to where I needed to go that I remembered what you just
Get that
observed.
door open.
But with some things, when you start, you can't finish straight away.
Look out! Ellie! You okay?
Yeah. They just surprised me. Man, I can't wait for those things to be wiped out.
Yeah, me too, kid. Bit late to toggle the flashlight though. Unless it's going to show me cool shiny stuff I can pick up. And that's the good thing about these infected is their eyesight's, they can't tell that the light's on, they can't see it, so you're absolutely fine. It's not like some games where you have to choose between being able to see and, ooh, new tool. And basically staying alive. What's that? I found all the workbenches. Ah, yeah, boy.
Alright.
Okay, so got a fair bit of resources. What do I want to do up the most? Just looking at this because it's got the greatest
Ha ha,
ammo
I hope you
capacity.
didn't forget to shake her ha.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, use my trousers as a towel after washing my hands because COVID taught us anything. Cleanliness is very important. But yeah, I didn't want to leave you guys waiting too long, so we're blokes. Well, I'm a bloke. I can use my jeans to dry my hands. Yeah, I think that's essential actually. What else do I like to use for the shotgun? I like the rifle though. I'd like it to hold more. Thinking
And why
about
not?
it. Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, it's just soapy water. Not gonna damage it. What is that? Secondary holder. Create an additional weapon cross slot to quick draw a second long gun. That could be useful actually. Okay. Have some of that. What we're doing on here. Armor piercing, no. Deal more damage, yes. Do need that. Happy with the scope as it is. I don't feel that I need to increase that more. Shotgun next. And I'm only doing this simply because that clicker survived a headshot. So it is time to...
You have a Beretta and a 357 S&W.
My days, you can see that. Ha. I'm well impressed. Okay, it's a range I'm not fussed about. One more round I am certainly fussed about. Not quite sure how that works, but we'll stick with it. Don't care about the speed, so we've got greater capacity. I think we're good to go.
That'll do.
That'll do, lad. That'll do. Right, so. Don't have the shells to do it, but even so, that is a better job. Shiv, maybe? Yep.
There you go.
So we've got health. Well, upgrade things. Oh, arrows. Have some of that. I feel sorry for this one, but still not going to turn down some arrows. That's full. That's cool. Okay. Before I forget, let's have a look at these. Healing speed I feel is useful. Maximum health would be useful. That just leaves me 70, which I feel listening mode. Problem is my camera feed is in the way, so I can't see how much that costs. But I feel like I need it more than listening mode. Ah, I can still do a listening mode, that's cool. So it was obviously 50. We'll have some of that. Some resources. That's cool. It was definitely worth a shiv. There we are.
Watch your head.
Alright, kid.
Hey, look. There it is.
Here we are. Yeah, that wasn't difficult at all, was it? Okay, so I'm not going to do the obvious like I did with the trees. We've really got that. And it is the reason I say it's obvious because it's bright colours against a dark background, making them even brighter.
Just stay put.
Not going anywhere.
So let's have an explore, see what we can do. We can't go any higher, so I'm not sure what I can achieve here. Can I shimmy across? No. Can I get up here? No. Alright, down we go. Just having a bit of an explore. This is feeling very, very fruitless, but I've just noticed an exit there. So we'll get a bit of air. You right, Joel? Right, let's do this. Um, I don't think there's a swim fast mode, unfortunately. That was a bit hit and miss. There was a very good chance he wasn't going to make that. And I even did think, oh, should I go back, get some air, then go for it? Okay.
I need to get up there.
Yes, you do, mate. But how? Das ist die Frage. Hang on. What's that? So there's a route up there. It comes to here. Ah, okay. Okay, you've got this. Bearing in mind I've played this twice, so even though I'm sort of discovering it, it's most likely something in my subconscious going, look up there, you idiot. And here we are.
Made it.
Ah, yeah.
All right, come on.
That is
Thank
the
you.
question.
Yeah, indeed. Okay, so is there anything cool to pick up before I drop down? Because I don't want to do all of that again. Nope, 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 nope. Steady on, Joe. None of that. Come on, lad. That's where I wanted to go. No. Cool. We're fine. Alright. Ellie's taxi service.
All right. Get on.
Not
Okay.
overly sure.
Okay, there. I'm on it. Be careful.
Alright, alright, alright. You got this, kid. No, not there. Okay. She seems very invested in here. There we are. Nope. Okay. I'm rather liking how the light's striking the fence, but haha, yeah, kid. Not sure. No, we can. We should be able to do this. Otherwise, this game would be truly evil.
Damn
I
ladder
may
broke
have
off the
spoken
wall.
too soon.
Now what?
I'll figure something out.
That's just mean. Okay. But it does explain those steps. Right. Oh, no,
Put
no,
it
no.
across the gap.
Yes. But I'm an idiot. So, I've got to do all that again. I was too busy like, would that make a good picture? Let's get a better angle. And then, nope. But yeah, that's exactly what I need to do. So, grab the ladder, take it across, lay it flat, walk across trapeze style. And then, yeah, catch up with Ellie, stand outside the hotel, end the stream.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right? It's gutting as it is. I have no one to blame but me. More haste, less speed, as I used to be told on a frequent basis. I rather like those as well. Aesthetically pleasing. Okay. So, turn it around, Joel. Just seeing if there's anything I can do with it. I need to be far enough back so that it'll get in the portrait picture. Or portrait aspect, I should say. It's not a portrait picture, so to speak. Right, just going to grab that. And really, it's just the really interesting shapes of the circles. The beams of light are going on to Joel, and it set it up so that the left third of the image is nature and everything else is industrial, so it's a good contrast. So that's why I just paused and took that picture. He says, making sure he did take that picture. Yes. Okay.
Oh, I see. Good
Uh,
idea.
well, thank you, young'un. Us Gen Xers do have good ideas every so often.
Oh boy.
Let me go ahead, and you follow my lead.
Okay, right behind you.
Oh, I am an idiot. But fortunately, she is not, so she should go this way. See? Smart kid. The car.
Okay.
Run.
Come on, jump.
Run and
You
jump,
gonna
kid.
catch me?
I got you.
Ah, she cleared it anyway.
You didn't even need me.
Let's get the hell off this thing.
You've got this, kid. 100%. Got this. Nice soft light. Really interesting structure. What's there not to love? Really? Let's move that across. I'd like it to be a bit more central, but I'm counteracting that by the bit in the roof. So I'm making it taper it where it's tapering in, leading to her, so that works pretty well. Really don't feel that there's anything I need to do with this.
Shame to have to leave. I've enjoyed this evening.
Ah, I know, but I've got to leave as well. Coming up to 10 o'clock. I am starting to get a bit sleepy. And all good things got to come to an end. And it's simply the thing. It's if you were happy or if you were having a good time all the time, you would just be content because you have no emotion to compare it against. And that's the best way to look at it. Oh! Oh, that would have hurt a little bit.
See you tomorrow.
You will do, my man. You have a good one. Sleep well. I know there's something I'm meant to be doing. Yes, Ellie. Come on, girl.
Ellie!
Fucking made it!
And you thumbs up.
Always a pleasure. Thanks for joining.
Ellie, give me your hand! Give me your hand before
Come on, Joel. We've got a kid to save. Because even though it is most certainly time for me to end the stream, I'm not going to leave you guys like that. But I am going to get that picture. Reset that brightness. Just need quickly sort out the depth of field. So that's the best we can do. Increase that bit. I don't want too much detail in there. I rather like the isolation of that. And this is just a quick pick because, quite frankly, the young girl's drowning. And we're running out of time, but just a nice quick picture. Oh my days. Three.
Hands in the air!
She's not breathing.
Hands in the fucking air!
Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to the Fireflies. Sorry about that. They didn't know who you were.
And Ellie?
She's all right. They brought her back. You came all this way.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you do it?
It was her. She fought like hell to get here. Maybe it was meant to be.
I lost most of my crew crossing the country. I pretty
Dang.
much lost everything. And then you show up, and somehow we find you just in time to save her.
Hmm.
Maybe it was meant to be.
Take me to her.
You don't have to worry about her anymore. We'll take care
I
of her.
worry. Just let me see her, please.
You can't. She's being prepped for surgery.
The hell do you mean, surgery?
The doctors tell me the cordyceps, the growth inside her, has somehow mutated. It's why she's immune. Once they remove it, they'll be able to reverse engineer a vaccine. A vaccine.
But it grows all over the brain.
It does.
Luck, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
There is no one else.
Listen, you were gonna show me.
Serendipity.
Stop. I get it. But whatever it is you think you're going through right now is nothing to what I have been through. I knew her since she was born. I promised her mother I would look after her.
Then why are you letting this happen?
Because this isn't about me, or even her. There is no other choice here.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that bullshit.
March him out of here. He tries anything, shoot him. Don't waste this gift, Joe.
Get up. I said get up. Go on. Move.
What about all the guns you were promised and the truck?
I said move. Give me an excuse. Which way?
What the fuck you doing? Keep walking. I said keep walking.
Where was the operating room?
Don't shoot him there.
Where?
Top floor, the far end.
Don't leave him like that. There we are.
The smuggler, he's in here.
And that is where we're going to end for tonight. So I just want to thank you all for keeping me company through this. Thoroughly enjoyed it. As usual, I'll get the photos edited and put onto Instagram, and hopefully also get the highlights from this stream into a video. Get that onto YouTube
Bye.
for you to check out. Yeah, you have a good one, Richard. Always a pleasure. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you all in the next one. So